Hi, this video is about global warming and just people in general who doubt global warming, like what they can do to stop it. Me personally, I want to start an organization to stop global warming. I know I don't know all the things or what goes into starting an organization, but come on now, we can still do something to stop it. Global warming is something that's very important to me and that I want to stop. For people who don't know what it is, I'm trying to make it clear or what, like, so other people can understand it in like a more simpler way. But like, it has to do with the sun and the globe. Somebody explained it to me also, like in a simple way. Think of the globe as your head, and the earth, or like the globe, yeah, the earth and the globe are the same thing for people who don't know, but the earth has like a cap over it. Like how we have over our heads, we're able to put a cap over our head. Now, the globe has like this field, like, you know, it's not a force field, but you know how like stuff, it's like a cap. It's something that is over the globe, and we all live on this globe. We all live on the earth, and you know, we're in our everyday life, we're people, whatever, we do whatever we do every day. And we're on the earth, like I said. So the earth has this like cap over it, and the sun, you know, we rotate around the sun with the rest of the atmosphere or whatever, and the rest of the other planets, and the sun comes in. Now when the sun is coming in, or just pretend my head is like the sun, I mean the globe, us, and I have a cap over my head. Imagine an imaginary cap, and the sun is coming in and it's shining on my head or whatever, like that. That's how the earth is. And the field is starting to type, it's kind of like, I don't know, it has holes and stuff in there or whatever like that, and the sun is coming in. And with global warming, it's still like, you know, that's the name, hence the name, global warming. The sun is coming in on the globe, and it's getting hotter and stuff like that, and we have heat. And now this is my theory, and I still have to look it up still. This is just my word of what I'm speaking. I don't know if it's true or not. Maybe you should look it up too. But I think that, you know, when the weather and the seasons come, and you know that like it gets hotter in other situations. It's hotter than when it was 2 years ago. It's hotter than what it was 3 years ago. And when winter comes, it's colder than what it was 3 years ago. So I have like a theory that, a theory is like something that you think, like it's in your own opinion, that when the seasons come, it's getting hotter than what it was. It's getting colder than what it was. So I think that has to do with global warming also. It's about us not taking care of the earth. We as people, we live on this earth. People in general. It's not just America. It's just everyone in this whole, like, you know, in this whole world. We need to start taking care of more of the earth, people. For real. We need to start taking care of the earth. I know we have other problems going on here. We have other situations. Me, myself, I love looking at, like, you know, TV and stuff like that, and what the media has to say. But it's just that I find it annoying, or just, I don't understand, especially the news. I guess that has to do with the media and stuff too. But I don't understand that we have global issues, global problems going on here, and we have the nerve to put global issues right next to Hollywood. We have the nerve to, with the media, and they set it up and they put it out to be like distracting us, you know, with the war and stuff. I'm not gonna go into the word because I'm not really big on that. I'm not a person. I'm more love. I'm not a fighter. I'm a lover, you know, that type of saying. And I'm not saying that I wouldn't fight. I'm not with the war. I'm just saying, like, people in general, like if somebody was trying to have a fight with me, I'm a lover, not a fighter. But if somebody was trying to fight me, then I would fight back, because, you know, that's me. Like, you're not gonna fight me. But just in general, I don't believe in the war. I don't think it's something that's good, that should be happening. We should all love each other. And this is just something else that I want to say. This is another one of my theories, or my opinion. I think God put us on this earth, like, you know, we didn't, like, Jesus asked for us to stay here. Like, he didn't want, you know, the world to end, I guess, or whatever like that. I don't even know that much about the Bible. I'm sorry. But I do know that I believe in God, and I do know that I love God. And I believe that he's up there in heaven. But I believe that he also has something set for us in mind for us to do. And I don't think that's a war. We killed Jesus as people. We killed Jesus because what he believed in, like, you know, just for being a person, just for being good and having beliefs and stuff like that. That just shows us how cruel and, like, you know, rude and all this other stuff, how cruel we can be as people, just killing somebody. And yet we still have wars going on here. People in general. I'm not saying as an American, I'm saying as general, in general. We need to learn to love each other. It doesn't matter about anything that's else going on. We need to learn to love each other. Even if we can't put up with each other, that means you need to stay away from each other. That's another thing that I believe in. If you have a problem with somebody, separate yourself from that person. Okay? So it's just, I don't get that. I don't get why we need wars, why we need to keep killing each other, why we need to keep killing children, babies, why we need to kill human beings in general. We are all human beings. I don't care if you're Asian, like I said, I don't care if you're black, I don't care if you're white, I don't care if you're purple, yellow, Italian, Indian. I don't care any color that you are. We need to learn how to love each other. We need to stop hating each other just because of what's on the outside. And we need to learn to get along with each other, personality-wise. Like I said, me as a person, I know I shouldn't talk sometimes because I have problems with other people. But that's just me, like I said, separating yourself from another person. If you don't like somebody, you don't have to say nothing to them. You don't have to get in a fight with them. You don't have to pick a fight with them. Separate yourself from them. That's your way of dealing with it. That's your way of just releasing yourself from that anger, from that negativity. That's what I like to think of it. But just like I said, the earth is the most important thing. We have other global issues. We have world hunger. And I said to myself, I even told my mom this, I'm not going to call it global hunger I say global hunger. I'm not going to call it world hunger anymore. People say we have world hunger. I don't believe in that. I don't believe that. Because we have so many places out here. I watched a show, this is a while ago, but I watched a show, and it was called, I forgot what it was called, but it was just about bosses, like CEOs of their businesses, like, let's say it's Dunkin' Donuts, something like little, like, they're not little businesses, but they're not like, you know, they're just places that sell food, and they're like fast foods and stuff like that, like McDonald's or something like that. These are big businesses, but they have all this type of food, even though it may not be healthy, but they have all this food, even White Castles or something like that. They have all this food, and yet they throw it away. Now, I don't know if the CEOs know this, but they throw it away. And I'm not trying to put like legalize all this stuff like that. I'm just saying in general. We have world hunger, and yet we throw all this food away. We throw all this tons and tons of food away when there's people out there starving for food. Another thing is, I don't know what's going on in other countries. I don't know what their judicial system, all this stuff like that. I don't know all that stuff that has to do with other countries. I live here. But I'm not even clear about all here. I'm still a kid still. I'm still learning. But this is my opinion, what I have to say. What happens in other countries? I was watching this other show. It's really good. It's called The Philanthropist. I said I want to be a philanthropist when I get older. And I said I want to be a humanitarian. But the show, Philanthropist, you should look at that show. It's going off now. I don't think it's televised anymore. You have to look it up maybe on YouTube or something like that, or buy the DVD. But the meaning or whatever was going on with philanthropist was philanthropist is when you give money to somebody, when you give like to charities, to people who don't have enough, especially in other countries. So the whole meaning behind it was that you, like the guy who was like the CEO of this company, he had all this money. He wasn't going to let his money like go to these charities or whatever and then not know about the countries and stuff like that. He was going to actually do the research and do all this stuff that he needed to know. He even went to the countries and went to other countries to, like, you know, help. And philanthropists don't usually do that. So that's what I'm saying. It's a meaning behind it. And when he went to those other countries, they had like issues going on in these other countries. You talk about us in America having issues. Imagine going to the other countries. They don't have like all the stuff that we have. A lot of countries don't have all the technology that we do. Other countries. I'm not saying China. I'm not saying Tokyo. But I'm saying like other countries. They have issues.